Hi, Stephen. Nice to meet you.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, fine, thanks. And you?
Good. I like your setup.
Thank you. um, First of all, my name is Gabriele from Every Idol Kit. You have been through really intense years. You close a very important chapter for your career, the Arrowverse, and other very interesting projects have begun, such as Eels. How are you? How do you feel?
I feel good. I feel good. I'm There's a really satisfying process to, well, it's satisfying. It's cathartic a little bit to work so hard on something. And that's something being Heels. And then to have it come out and to see how people react to it is deeply satisfying. And again, somewhat cathartic. At the same time, working on something new and having it become part of the cultural zeitgeist has really allowed me to move on from and move past all my work on Arrow, which is fun.
I know that you have a very strong passion for wrestling. In the past, you have been on the ring. How was to switch from live wrestling to a story like Heels?
Well, certainly different in terms of just the basic mechanisms that go into making a television show. Concurrently, when we are out there filming those wrestling scenes, and they yell action, it's not terribly different than when you're out there at an AEW event or a Ring of Honor event or a WWE event, which I've done all three of those things, and go and getting into it with the crowd and seeing how they react, and it's not that different. It's kind of the same, actually.
How was your training for Heels? I think very intense.
Yeah, it was very intense. They did a really good job. They set us up with the Heels Gymnasium, and did a really good job getting everyone in shape. And I mean, like, literally everyone, like Alice Barrett Mitchell, who plays Mama Spade on the show, Carol Spade on the show. Spoiler alert, our mother does not get in the ring, but boy, oh boy, if she wasn't in the gym like 4 times a week, just everyone was in there. So they did a good job, and everyone bought in too. It's kind of like communal suffering in terms of our training and our body transformations.
We already know how the passion for wrestling was born. Can you tell me how the Heels project started for you?
I was wrapping up the final season of Arrow, and I just got a call from my manager saying that Starz was going to be offering me a part in a show called Heels, written by Michael Waldron and show run by Michael Malley. And I didn't know either one of those people. I knew Starz from just the fact that I have a subscription. And I asked what it was about. I said, pro wrestling. And I said, well, let me give this a read. And I mean, it was so well written. If it was about anything, if it was about a sewing circle, I would have wanted to be involved. The characters, just the way that they were developed, just so happens that it was set against the backdrop of something that I'm passionate about in real life. So I can't, I'm a lucky guy. I don't know what else to say. I'm a real lucky guy.
What were the main challenges of this series compared to other movies or TV series you have worked on in the past?
Well, I think the easy answer right there is shooting during a pandemic. That's I know that people have gone through things that maybe are similar, but this was a brave new world. We were one of the first shows to go back. We went back in August of 2020. We went to camera in September of 2020, but to navigate what life was like there, where you're just so much is being demanded by external factors of the production. In order to shoot the production, we have to get insured. And in order to be insured, we have to be okayed by an outside company. In order to be okayed by that outside company, they have to come in and they have to set up all these mechanisms in place to keep people safe, where they go, we don't think that we can stop anyone from getting COVID because we can't lock everyone in a room, but we can put mechanisms in place so that there's not going to be an outbreak on set. But these companies, the external companies, they've never had to go onto a film set before, right? Like, they clean up cruise ships where there's like a malaria outbreak and stuff like that. So these people are then having to educate themselves on the mechanisms that go into film and television, and it's a lot of balls in the air. So that was the challenging part for us.
Thank you. I like to talk about your past, because we all loved you as Oliver Queen. Would you like to play Oliver again, or do you think that this chapter of your career is closed for good?
I think that chapter of my career is closed, but that doesn't mean that I can't play Oliver Queen again. We've closed the book. There's typically more than one book in a series. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Right,
For me,
okay.
yes. Okay. Last question. Is there a role in your career that you would like to play, a wish you would like to fulfill, and also a particular actor you would like to work with in the future?
Oh man, I apologize. I'm going to be a little vague here. I've already checked, every conceivable box that I can think of between Oliver Queen and Jack Spade, and the two worlds of superhero and professional wrestling. So maybe, let's say, I would like to eventually portray someone that has existed, like a biopic.
A biopic, yeah.
A biopic of some type. And I would like to work with Julia Roberts.
Okay. Very last questions. This Heels season is coming to an end. What can you tell us at the end of this first journey and about the future of this series?
Well, the end of the journey is really just the end of the first season.
Yeah.
I think that Heels is really shaping up for the time being as the journey of the Spade family, Jack and Ace and Stacy, amongst others. The DWL, the FWD, the Wild and Wacky World of Professional Wrestling. It would be a real shame to stop here, because I feel like this is very, very much the first chapter in a very big book.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.